Hey everybody, welcome to Bourbon and Branding. My name is Jason.
I'm Dave.
And tonight we are excited. We are drinking Still Austin from Austin, Texas. This was a gift. Dave will explain that in a minute. But we are excited to drink it. Let's dive in.
Tonight we're not simply drinking Still Austin. We're drinking something I've had my eye on for a long time. My wife knows my love language. One of them is whiskey.
Yes.
And under the Christmas tree, I opened up my last gift. We call it the take out the trash gift. So when I was a kid, we would get all the Christmas gifts opened. And then my dad would be like, okay, guys, we got to go take out the trash. And we'd all get our coats on and everything. And it was always the same. The gifts were always like in the closet, or they were hidden with the trash can, or like something random like that. So Jen's like, it's take out the trash gift. And she had 2 bottles of whiskey for me. One was a regular Still Austin bourbon. And the other one was this one that I've had my eye on, which is the Blue Corn Bourbon from them. Which, ironically, I was originally drawn to the picture of the crow. I love the artwork that Still Austin does.
They do a great job of their branding. I mean, I don't know too much about it. You know more a little bit about them than I do, but just from a visual, I think they do a really good job.
And speaking of gifts, I want to give another shout out to my brother-in-law, Scott, again. Super generous gift. He had these made for us for the show, Bourbon and Branding glasses for us, Glencairn glasses. Love that. And thank you so much, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. These are awesome.
Yeah, so, Blue Corn, Still Austin.
This is their Bottled and Bond.
Bottled and Bond from their Bottled and Bond series.
Yep.
My wife and I, we went to Austin it's 2025 now. In 2022, we went to
time flies.
Yeah, we went to the brand new conference down there. It's a branding conference in Austin, and intermittently throughout being at the conference, we decided to check out some of the highlights of Austin, and barbecue. One of them, obviously, you had to go check out the barbecue. Lots of awesome artwork, and then wanted to find a distillery to take a tour. And we had never, you guys at home are probably gonna make fun of me. We'd never heard of Still Austin, had no context for it.
Well, they're relative. I mean,
2017.
They are relatively new, so
Well, so we went, and I said, we paid the extra money, took the tour. They gave us a guided tour of the distillery.
Oh, wow.
If you are in Austin, you need to go check that out. Amazing. The tour is awesome. Their brand experience as a whole, really, really top notch. From the moment you walk in, and obviously they've got tons of great whiskey. They also make gin if you're a gin fan, and have some awesome swag that you can buy there too, just to enjoy it. But it's just a really cool environment, really awesome tour, very knowledgeable people.
Sounds fun. They make gin as well?
They do.
Interesting.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to try that as well.
Well, I have the mash bill here. I had to pull it up because I knew it was going to be funky. So it's 26% blue corn, 25% white corn, 44% rye, and 5% malted barley. So, like, for comparison, most of the bourbons that we drink are like 12% rye.
So this is
so this is a really high. Yeah, exactly. On the palate, they say fig jam, black cherry pie, sweet cigar smoke, candied dates, Jamaican allspice and hazelnut butter, blueberry syrup on the nose, fresh French toast, raw Manuka honey. I don't know what Manuka. I don't know. Manuka honey, roasted cardamom pods, and rose water on the nose. I don't know. I definitely get the blueberry. I think the blueberry, which I don't know if it's just when you hear blue corn, you just I don't know go that way, but like, I mean, there's definitely a fruit, like a dark fruit.
Yeah. From the moment you smell it on the nose, I agree with that. I smell blueberry jam too.
Yeah.
And is it just me, or does it have a almost bizarrely syrupy consistency? It's different than other bourbons I've had for sure.
Yeah, it's very like viscous, really not thick, but like
appropriate.
Yeah, I don't know. It's syrupy in some sense, but I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's just right.
It's just right.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, I thank you, Jen, for getting the Blue Corn Bourbon.
Yeah, and we've got a barrel strength from them, and we also have I've got a rye, and then their flagship bourbon as well, and we will do episodes on all of those and rank all those and talk about all those. But I wanted to start with this one just from the moment she was able to get her hands on it. So, obviously, if you live in Austin, you can walk into the distillery, you can purchase there on site. But for us here in Oregon, obviously sometimes the WLCC doesn't make it so easy.
Yeah, I think we just got their straight bourbon.
Yeah.
Just recently, I think within the last 6 months, got our first shipment. But
I love their brand experience though, and one of the things I noticed on the tour, and we're gonna have to. We'll find a picture of it, but the gentleman who gave us the tour, super well informed. I want to say it was one, if not the tallest or one of the tallest stills in the United States, or this side of the Mississippi or something. I can't exactly remember the specific detail, but he took us in to look at the still, and it was gigantic. It was looking up at stories of whiskey, and he's like, that's full of whiskey. I was like, bless your soul, because you're in Texas and that's what you say. Bless your heart.
Well, of course they would make it bigger than anywhere else,
right?
Like, you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
They slapped a big star on it and said, there you go. No, it was just a really, really, really fun place to be. And I know they pride themselves on grain to glass, or kind of like the farm to table thing, right? Like where it's being socially responsible with the things that we make as human beings, right? Not just like, let's put a bunch of fillers and ingredients in there and we don't know where this comes from.
I mean, you can just see the legs on here, like creeping down the glass. Like that is, sometimes when you get higher proof stuff, you'll get a little bit more viscous, a little bit more, but this is only 100 proof. I mean, it's not crazy high, but man, like whatever's in this is thick. Like it does not want to come down the glass.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then the bottles too. I know we mentioned the brand experience of being there at the facility, but I think, their packaging too is...
Well, there's a simplicity to it,
yeah.
I think, but the artwork is, I don't know, elegant. I like the colors, but there is kind of just a very simple aesthetic.
Yeah.
I don't think they try to do anything crazy with the bottle.
Even down to the detail at the top, the bird that they use kind of throughout all of their different packaging elements, their mark. It's simplified, it's elegant, it appears, on the top of the bottles. They've got it on different shirts. They've just done a really good job at making a contemporary feeling whiskey. And one of the things I noticed while we were there, it's typically like living in Oregon, we go to wineries, you know what I mean? Like we live here smack dab in the middle of wine country. You get your blankets. You can even take kids to wineries. We do that because
they're everywhere.
Yeah. Kids?
Well, the kids too, but the wineries
they're everywhere. Yeah, and so there's probably 100 of them around here. So you just go and we hop these wineries, but that's kind of what it felt like there too. They had food trucks and they had just a really beautiful contemporary experience with the building, and they had people out just sitting around tables enjoying whiskey, and it wasn't limited to just the guys with the beards. It was like there was all different kinds of people just enjoying the whiskey and talking and having conversation, which is what whiskey's about.
100%. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited to try the other Still Austin since you have a collection at home now.
Well, I got you.
It's true. You got me one of their the straight bourbons, which I do really like. Actually, we'll have to do a show on that one as well. All right, I'm ready to throw my score in.
Okay.
So, it is very unique. See, okay, I had a number in my head, and now I'm kind of like second guessing it. This is our debate every time, though. Like, we always want half numbers, but we don't have half numbers. So you gotta
because on our show you have to be committed.
You gotta be committed. You gotta be committed.
It's a 5-step plan to success.
All right.
And there's a zeros too, and zeros Molotov cocktail.
So it's funny because I don't really pick up. So for 44% rye. Normally, rye stands out really strong to both you and I. Like when we just tried normal rye, I don't get a real spicy note. I don't really get kind of that peppery. I don't know. I don't really get a mint or a eucalyptus. Like I don't get a rye. Yeah. For 44%, I don't know. I'm not picking. It's there, I guess, but it's not like
overwhelming.
It's not as overwhelming as I thought it would be. So I'm kind of surprising myself by this score, based on the fact that there is a 44% rye mash bill here. But I am going to give this a 4. I'm going to go 4. And like if you watch our shows, like I'm pretty.
You heard it,
conservative
folks.
on
You heard
that.
it at home.
I'm pretty conservative on my score. So, but I enjoy this. I think it's really good. The viscosity, the syrupy, I think adds an element that's interesting. So I would drink it neat. I probably wouldn't have it as a daily drinker. I would probably special occasions or something. I don't know, something unique, something different.
Cherish it.
Yeah, and we can't get it. So, all right. So I'm dragging out my score here, but
yeah.
I'm going neat. Not a daily drinker, but I'm going to give it a 4.
Nice.
Which I think I've only given like 1 or 2 other 4s on the show so far. So this is good job, Still Austin. You cracked into the.
You've done it again.
Cracked into the number 4 slot for me. So.
So, I've had a lot of their whiskeys. I've tried a great deal of them, and had the privilege of trying it right off the still. They poured us, which was super, super great. And I think when you emotionally buy into something, you're like, wow, I really like this. And so for my wife and I, we're like, this is pretty cool. We've been there, we've experienced it. I was very particularly excited about this one and their red corn. I don't have the red corn yet, and I have the eye to buy a bottle of that. But when I saw this, I was like, I really want that bottle. I really like this. I like the viscosity of it. I love that hint of blueberry.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that you and I both picked up on it even before we read the tasting notes.
Yeah.
Like,
it's there for sure. Yeah.
It's almost like blueberry jam. Just this subtle hint of it. I love the unique narrative with the different types of corn.
Mm-hmm.
Normally that's not so pressed upon you.
Right.
So all of that I love. I would give this a 5.
Oof.
Yeah, I really, really like this one.
Okay.
And I know I've only given one
You've
other.
only- yeah.
Yeah. So I like this at that level.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm not gonna make it a daily drinker though. I agree with you because it's one of those ones where you would just really love to enjoy it. You'd love to sit down, have a conversation, but too much of a good thing is no good for anybody. And I would definitely drink it neat. I do not think this would do with an ice cube. I don't think it would do with...
It doesn't need it.
It doesn't need it. You just want to enjoy the unique flavor. So, neat, not daily drinker, 5. 5. You heard me.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, Still Austin.
Yeah.
And I might be emotionally wrapped up. I might be.
You bought into the story.
But
I
did.
The branding.
This is the power of brand. If you present something in a strong way and then you back it up with a good promise, people buy into it. So, good job.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Let us know in the comments what you think about Still Austin, about their blue corn, or any of the ones that you've tried. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one.